Hey guys, I'm Moses the Best, and today I'm just going to do a quick little overview of all of the eras of animation, and I'm sorry if I sound a little weird, because I have a little cold. Anyway, although I've already made 5 videos discussing all of the ages, I decided to make this video as a quick little overview of all of the ages. Starting with the beginning, the idea of moving images was always thought of, and there were devices that allowed for that, such as the phenakistoscope, but that required user input to see the moving pictures. However, in 1900, a man who went by the name of James Stewart Blackston, created a short film where he made it seem like a drawing was changing without someone drawing. Today, it's a pretty simple thing to do, but this was probably impressive back then. In 1906, he made another film called Humorous Phases of Funny Faces, where he used stop motion to make it seem like the images were drawing themselves. In the year of 1908, a French man named Emile Cull, or however you pronounce his name, made a cartoon named Fantasmagorie, or however you pronounce that, which became known as the first cartoon to use hand-drawn animation. However, these things are very old, so there may have been another that has been lost to the sands of time. I would speak more about things such as 1914's Gerda the Dinosaur or Felix the Cat, but I don't really intend to go too in-depth with this overview. If you want me to go more in-depth, then you should probably watch my other H animation videos. Anyway, this period of experimentation became known as the Silent Age of Animation. I have talked about countries outside of the US because I need to show how animation got started, but from this point on, I will focus primarily on the United States history of animation. In the year of 1928, a man named Walt Disney and another man named Ub Iwerks released a cartoon named Steamboat Willie. That started the golden age of American animation. In 1930, the first Looney Tunes cartoon named Sickin' in the Bathtub was released, and in 1940, the first Tom and Jerry cartoon was released. The golden age started because of the advent of sound cartoons. This was when theatrical cartoons were in their prime. The first American feature-length animated film was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Characters such as Porky Pig,
Listen, my children, and you shall hear.
Daffy Duck,
You're despicable.
Bugs Bunny,
What's up, Doc?
Goofy, Donald Duck, Betty Boop,
They always pick on me. They never let me be.
and Tom and Jerry were introduced in this period. If you ask me, animation was its richest in this age. However, with the rise of television in the 1950s, theatrical cartoons lost relevancy. The golden age eventually ended in the 1960s. The next era is the unfortunate successor to the golden age. It is the dark age of American animation. This age came as a result of TV being the place where cartoons were shown. As we all know, TV shows have lower production costs than movies. And that was sadly the same with cartoons. Animators had to cut costs in any way they could, and limited animation was that way. Parent groups censored cartoons furiously so that they could be what they called suitable for their children. Shows that had no purpose but to sell toys and spin-offs and just pure unoriginality or decisions to the point where creators were just selling out was the plague of the 1970s. The 1970s was when this age was in its prime. Thankfully, animation got back to a point of artistic respect in the mid to late 1980s, and we start the Renaissance age of animation. Animation got better, ideas became original, creators were not selling out, and thankfully, parent groups were not needlessly crippling a creator's possibilities, and that allowed them to do what they wished with their show. The Renaissance Age was a time for rejoicing in the cartoon world, and it is my second favorite era of animation. Then, at the turn of the new millennium, we started the Millennium Age of American animation, which is the period we currently live in. Here, CGI and Flash animation became the de facto methods. CGI allowed for realistic 3D visuals made by a computer, and Flash allowed for shapes and objects to move easily around the screen without redrawing, which allowed for animation to be easier. Of course, these methods were not always used well, but when they are used well, the results can be pretty impressive. Those were all of the eras of animation. As I said at the end of the Millennium Age video, some of the things we encountered during these periods were good and some were bad. But animation is a growing medium. It evolves and it goes through changes. We may not like all of those changes, but that is just a part of growing up. Just look at how animation has changed from era to era.
Hi-ho! 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 It's home from work we go. Hi-ho! 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 It's home from work we go.
I'm really not a sap. It's plain to see. But if I wore a cap, they'd never let me back in the university. I think you're swell, I do. I'm standing pat. I tip my hat to you, but I haven't got a hat.
Little Homer! Wham! 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 What? What's up, Dad?
Gee, I'm throwing away $1 million.
But I'm happy! Yeah!
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony.
And in this cartoony, we're invading your TV.
We're comic dispensers, we crack up all the censors.
On action adventures, get a dose of comedy.
It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. So just sit back and relax, you'll laugh when you collapse. We're Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers
And the Warner Sister Dot.
just for fun. We run around the Warner movie lot.
This is a song about being happy. That's right. It's the Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy song. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
Oh, I just can't
way to go, young master, if you think.
No one's saying do this.
Now, when I said that,
No one's saying be there.
what I meant was...
No one's saying stop that.
But what you don't
No one's saying
realize...
see here.
Now, see here.
Free to run around all day.
Well, that's definitely out.
Free to do it all my way.
Magnolia? Give me that. It's Mongolia. Mike, does this look like Mongolia to you?
Yeah, well, kind
Well,
of.
okay, you remember the 5th grade?
Yeah.
When you spent all your time passing notes to Susie Boyles?
Loved it.
The rest of us were studying geography. This is not Mongolia.
Wait.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. You can't stop me 'cause I'm impossible. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans. From their tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans.
Peace, guys. I'm Mozart the Best.